A tyrannical king grew wrathful towards a pious old man who was accustomed to confronting him with the truth and speaking candidly about his despicable actions against the people. Whenever the king became angry with one of his subjects, he would choose a single type of food for them to subsist on while imprisoned until they grew weary of life and perished without ever tasting another food. This was because the human spirit cannot endure a monotonous diet, and the prisoner would wither and collapse from weakness and boredom until death claimed them. When the king became enraged with the pious old man, he demanded that the old man choose a single food to sustain him. The old man, knowing that God had tested the children of Israel by making them endure a single food and they had failed, chose the heads of sheep. The meat of a sheep's head contains various types of meat with different flavors, thus avoiding the boredom that comes from consuming a single food. And so, the old man entered the prison and subsisted on the heads of sheep. Years passed with the king persisting in his tyranny and the old man enduring his imprisonment. Suddenly, the king remembered the imprisoned old man and wondered, how is it that this old man is still alive when those who preceded him to the prison could not endure a single food and died after months, yet he has lived for years? Overcome by curiosity, the king summoned the jailer who was tasked with guarding the old man and inquired about his condition. The jailer replied that the old man was in good health and spent all his time in prayer, worship, and reciting the Quran. The king asked, "Has he not requested anything or spoken to you about anything?" The jailer responded, "No, the old man has been silent in the prison for all these years. However, yesterday he asked me to move his mat from the pillar he was sitting next to another pillar." The king grew furious and shouted angrily, "That is absolutely impossible. Take this fur and give it to him." The jailer took the fur and went to the old man, telling him, "This fur has been sent to you by the king." The old man simply smiled calmly and picked up a nail that was beside him, saying to the jailer, "I have accepted the king's gift, and I request that you go to him and give him this nail." The jailer complied with the old man's request, took the nail to the king, and as soon as the king took the nail from the jailer, he slumped in his seat, his face turned grim, and he cried out in a hoarse voice, "Release the innocent."